Hello and welcome back to my channel and welcome back to the 30th episode of Eurotrip. We have come a long way and now I'm here in Greece in, what was it, Patras, and I picked up this trailer full of nice cars, and with these cars we will drive all the way to Kavala. And this will be a pretty long drive. However, we will do our best. Let's see.
Turn right.
First, we have to get out of this little bit tight
Get
space,
ready. Turn left.
and then
Turn
we
left.
will turn
Then turn
on the
left.
roads.
Turn left.
And off we go.
Keep left. Then turn left.
So in this episode we are still in Greece. However, we are really getting close to Turkey with this episode. And yeah, then I think in the next episode we will
Turn
finally
left.
be able to cross the borders. We spent quite a lot of time here in Greece. I think I have to toggle the retarder. Let me check
Get
it
ready.
quickly.
Turn left. Turn left.
That's a little bit of a hard curve. Okay, I hope the retarder is fine now. I'm still not 100% used to the buttons on the button box. So please bear with me,
Go straight.
but it's still on. It should be on automatic though, so I'm not sure what's the exact problem here. Worst case scenario, we just ignore it.
Go straight.
I think I also have to double check to make sure I have the same buttons
Keep
on
right. Then exit
American
right.
Truck Simulator and Euro Truck, because that's getting even more confusing.
Exit right.
enjoy the night breeze a little bit. Or not, since we are in the tunnel now. Such a relaxing night drive now. Traffic isn't that dense. AI is a little bit mentally challenged as always. What a stupid guy. I was a little bit concerned about the blue car pulling in as well, but we got lucky. I think now I got the buttons. Left is retarder, right is engine brake. Very easy. Maybe I should buy a labeling thingy and put my own labels on the gearbox, button box, because the pre-labeled labels don't fit at all, since it's not especially for trucks, but cars in general, or I think sports. The buttons I have my engine brake and retarder on is labeled as ABS and TC, so traction control and stuff, but we're not in a racing car at the moment, so maybe I should label it so I know what it is. Well, that's something for another day. So again, in the last few days I was keeping on with the Blasphemous, and I came up to around 80-something% exploration. So yeah, I got farther than I anticipated. And in the end, Blasphemous isn't as hard as I thought it would be. But maybe that's just because I'm such a great gamer. Which sounds very convincing to me. And yeah, the bosses are fun, but it's a far cry from the challenge I felt in Hollow Knight. But nonetheless, the design is interesting, the enemies and all the sin and punishment theme is kinda nice, but lately I am thinking I am way too stupid for these kind of stories where it's not like a punch in the face. Who is the bad guy and why is he the bad guy and we have to fight him, but like, yeah, I'm not entirely sure what I'm exactly doing or for what reason. I read all the kind of lore snippets here and there I could find in the game, but I'm not entirely sure what's going on. Doesn't lessen my fun in the game though. Oh, I really hate when they come in your lane and then don't step on the gas. Instead of like, they slow down actually. What do you think? Will they come in? Thankfully not. Let's leave it to the cruise control for a while. But I hope I don't get too relaxed like many times I did this and then I crash into something, because the computer will fix it. Or at least that's what I hope for. Such a nice weather today. I think it's been a while since we've seen blue sky without any clouds around. Lately we had a lot of rain and fog and thunderstorm stuff going on. So it's nice to enjoy a little sunny autumn day. By the way, today I changed the design of the truck again, or the paint job. We couldn't see it well before, but here it is. A little bit of the truckers going around here do it, like the pink ribbon awareness stuff. In October, like Pinktober it was called, I guess, like bring awareness to breast cancer and stuff. So I thought, let's make a pink ribbon truck as well, and I got a DLC for it, and I think these are some causes that are worth supporting. I had a few cancer cases in my family, so I know how hard it is to deal with this stuff. Fortunately, I'm not involved in cancer stuff myself, but I had my kidney failure, so if it's not one thing, it's the other. But that's how it works, and I always think kidney failure is, it sounds hard, and I think it's one of the this sounds stupid, one of the better stuff you can have. Like, of course not good at all, but it's way more treatable and manageable than some other stuff. I mean, you can have a dialysis, which is a pain in the ass, but it keeps you living with a pretty easy method.
At the roundabout.
I mean, you have to go to dialysis at least 3 times a week for 4 to 5 hours, depending on what your hospital will do with you. And you get a lot of needles punched in your arm throughout the week. But it's one of the illnesses you can easily not cure, you can easily keep living on with a machine that does the job your kidneys can't do anymore. And there are still many organs that can't be that easily replaced with some machine to do the same thing, or nearly the same thing. So I was always thinking it could be worse, and there are way worse illnesses out there and people who have to suffer in a whole other extent than to just like the dialysis. And it's also depending on the person, but for myself dialysis was very easy, or not easy, it's it wasn't as stressful on my body as for other people. Of course, it also hugely depends on how I myself conduct my daily life with being mindful of how much and what I eat and how much fluid intake I have, and if I took that seriously, the dialysis itself was pretty easy. Like 4 hours I could sleep a little, not too deep with the needles in the arm. I just couldn't sleep deeply, but I could have a nap like an hour or 1.5 hours, and I could read books, play games. I had a Steam Deck with me in dialysis, so I could play all the stuff I wanted. I could watch TV in my hospital, and the hospital I went to had like a big community room with like 10 people next to each other, and for younger people who don't need to be controlled that tightly, they had smaller one-person rooms. So that's what I had. So I could shut out everything around and just had a kind of relaxing time. But yeah, now that my kidney is not repaired, I got a new kidney in, or used kidney of my father's, so dialysis is gone as well, and everything is about 98% back to a normal life that everybody else has. Yeah, so I think it's a good thing with this cancer awareness stuff that people get a little bit more insight in what kind of stuff there is out there and what some people have to fight with in their daily lives just to lead something close to just a normal daily life. And many people take this for granted, I guess. Especially if you grow up healthy and you grow up around healthy people, you tend to not experience the difficult stuff of permanent illnesses. I don't know what it's called in English. Yeah, I mean like a illness that just doesn't get cured and only can be like maintained to a certain level. And I think this kidney failure changed my insight a little bit about life. I wouldn't say I'm thankful for it, but I say it's not only bad things, but also, yeah, you gotta see the positive stuff.
Go straight.
Okay, how do I get into the parking from here? Yeah, I'll take a little break since it's a little bit tiring to drive that long, and I don't want to risk getting as much penalties as the last time. So let's sleep. And we wake up to rain. And these two guys are still having their barbecue and don't give a single care about the weather around them. That's a lifestyle people should be aspiring to. Just do your stuff and don't give a crap about what others do. But unfortunately there are too many people out there who make it their business to get into other people's businesses. So the world could be way more relaxed if everybody just kept to themselves and try to live their best life instead of pulling each other down because somebody doesn't see the things they see them or do something different. At least I try to adhere to that, but I always catch myself as well to do something where I thought, oh man, that shouldn't have been thought, or that's difficult to just turn off the caring about other people's businesses, because sometimes you just think about something and why would you do that or something, but even if I think it, I'm not one to like confront other people's about this and just keep stuff to myself. The same way I hope people keep their words to themselves when something about me is grating them the wrong way. Of course at work or something, if I mess up, I hope my co-workers actually confront me about something to make things better, or so I can improve myself. But it's always a difficult line how to convey something without sounding condescending or overbearing. I always have a little bit of a problem because here in Japan I often am not sure of the nuance of what I want to say, if it comes across the way I want it to come across, or if it's not nice or if it sounds rude, it's difficult. So in these kind of situations I am thinking pretty long about how I want to say and which words I want to use, but even then it's different because I pick up some words differently than a native speaker. So it causes a little bit of friction from time to time, but in the most times it's just we can get around it because yeah, people know I'm a foreigner, and even if you live tens of years in Japan, some nuances of the words or how you say something is very, very hard to get spot on. But fortunately the workers directly around me are open-minded and also know how to say their piece, so we can talk it out if something goes wrong. And it's also a nice work situation where my co-workers are supporting each other without trying to throw the others under the bus or let others take blame for their mistakes. At least the people I work directly with, there are still quite a few odd people in the company that absolutely do take the mistakes they do and pin it on other people. But I think such co-workers are found everywhere, no matter the country or no matter the work. And if about the most part of the company is doing fine and you have good people, the one or two odd people don't spoil it too much. All in all, I really enjoy my work. As far as people can enjoy work, it's not the job of my dreams anymore, but it got the bills paid. As I said, the co-workers directly around me are nice people. We can work in earnest while still having fun and talking stupid things and make jokes and still get the job done. I am very flexible on holidays, so I'd say all the complaining about my job is on a, I don't know if it's said the same in English. In German we can say it's complaining on a very high level, so I hope it's conveying what I mean to say. And maybe one day, if I can live for my YouTube videos in a few many years, I don't need to work anymore. which is a very, very stupid dream. So my next goal for my YouTube channel is 20 people. I'm at 19 at the moment. So 1 subscriber to go. And that 1 subscriber could be you. If you watched until now. Oh, another car trailer colleague. Let's get a little bit of the thunderstorm sound. Bye, my friend. I'll take the lead. Just drive at your own pace and be safe. Driving before offline, I also had a thunderstorm and I tried to get a nice lightning picture, but I had the timing so bad. It took about around 10-15 minutes till I finally got the snapshot with the lightning in the frame. This was really getting on my nerves, but I did it in the end. And then the lightning was so extremely far away that it didn't even look that good. Oh, sorry. And there goes my hard-earned money. That's sad. Now my stuff has to do overtime again. One hour to go, and this trip went over a little bit faster than I thought it would be. But I am not complaining, so. Headlights on, and they are on. I basically have them always on, so to be seen better. Not sure if it makes a huge difference with the AI.
Keep right. Then exit right.
That was a little bit stupid, but it's okay.
Exit right. Get ready to turn right. Turn right.
And we go to Kavala again, where we left on the ferry once before. I think it was when we went to our first island on this Eurotrip. But this time we won't board the ferry and just deliver our cargo and call it a day.
Keep right. Then turn right. Turn right.
Now let's see. How many car alarms will we set off? We're okay for now, but there are still a few cars to go.
Get ready to turn right. Turn right.
And we're almost there. And they even provide us with a spot to sleep, which we don't need now actually, but good to know.
Keep left. Then turn left. Turn left.
Sorry. yes, just what I love. I think I wrestled with this exact parking spot in one of my Steam Deck videos, if I'm not totally mistaken. Let's see if I learned something from my mistakes back then, or if I'm still the same great driver as always. Well, it happens. If you only watch the one side of the trailer. First we need to go further in. Seems good for now. And now of course I went too far. Well, it was better than anticipated and it worked out fine in the end. Thank you very much for watching, and I really hope you enjoyed it a little bit. If you did, please leave a like, maybe even subscribe to be the 20th subscriber on my channel. And I hope we'll meet each other again in another video. Until then, have a great time and see you. Bye!